Morning, everybody. This is Jim Wiegand with 199seconds.com, here to talk to you again about your passion. So yesterday we talked about maybe getting some help if your heart is just dead. It's kind of in a comatose state. We talked about how to maybe begin that clue. What is the thing you want to do when you have time to do something? I think that's a good place, a good question to ask. But today we're going to talk about what is it that brings you joy? Like when you have this conversation with somebody and suddenly they find help in your words, does that trip your trigger? Or is it just like, I just help people. It's just the way it is. Because if it is, then maybe that's giving you a clue. Like when I do this, when I shoot the deer, I keep talking about deer hunting. When I shoot the duck, when I catch the fish, when I close the deal, when I help the person, when I learn this new thing, when I teach this old thing, the light comes on for me. Like it brings me joy. It's another great question to ask concerning your identity, especially concerning your passion. Like, what is the thing that I get the most joy out of? Wouldn't it be great to wake up every morning and say, today I get to do what makes my soul come alive? It gives me joy to do. It isn't a duty. It's not a responsibility. It's not an obligation. It is my pleasure to go and produce what I'm about to produce. And entrepreneurs have this most of the time. Counselors have this most of the time. Teachers. If you guys think that police officers, pastors, teachers, counselors, if they get in it for the money and the fame, then they're idiots. They get in it because it brings them the most joy to teach, to help, to serve, to protect, to bless. And so I come back to this. Don't worry about money yet. Don't worry about monetizing this. If you're going to become great at something, certainly your value in it will be greater than the person who hates it, right? But let's start with just what brings you joy. When you get to do, not what you've got to do, when you get to do something and it brings you great joy, a great sense of accomplishment and peace, and like, what is that thing? Think about that today. What is the one thing you do on a regular basis, or you only get to do it once a year, or you just did it once, but when you did it, you realize, man, that was awesome. That was really fulfilling to me. Find that thing. If it's closing the deal, if it's helping the person, if it's teaching the knowledge, if it's learning, if it's development, if it's reaching, if it's entrepreneurialism, pastoral ministry, it doesn't matter. What matters is what is the thing that you do, and when you do it, you feel your soul come alive. Find that thing. And you are well on your way to living a life of passion. For 199seconds.com, Jim Wiegand. You've completed the next day. We're moving on tomorrow to continue our conversation about passion. We'll talk to you then.